Alright, back a lot sooner than I thought I would be, because I actually ended up finishing off all the Mystic Ruins pretty much that I was rebuilding here, and yeah, actually did some improvements from the one I built before I lost that world. And even though from like an overview, which I'll jump into real quick here, you can see some of the pathways still. Some of them are covered up because I didn't realize if you do cover the tops, you could still get light through, even at nighttime. So that's kind of cool. But obviously it'd take too long to walk through all these paths. But this map was as close as I could built to replicate the map from the jungle area of the Mystic Ruins and the actual game Sonic Adventure. So you can use that map to get through here still. It's just not perfect because, again, I made the temple centered and it's actually supposed to be like more to the left here. So it gets a little bit tight around here, but it still works out. This is supposed to represent like the dirt pathways you see in the thing, with like the grass and everything everywhere. Those are like the improvements over the other one. I decided just to try it, see how it looked. It looks alright, I guess. The Biggs house. It has the bed in there. But yeah, for the most part, I have the water. You can follow the water all the way through to the waterfall at the end there, you know? Stuff like that. This, I believe it's this path? Let's find out. Let's find out together, guys. Alright. Yes, and this one leads to the temple. Now, in the old video I just did even yesterday, the temple was like a grayish, made of stone and stuff. After playing the game real quick, I'm not quite sure I could ever find an accurate thing to use on the temple, but I did notice it had a bunch more like red and kind of greenish stone on it than I remembered, so I went back and that's what those are for. And then I used the sandstone kind of color for the temple color because I just felt it was a little bit more closer. It's still the exact same as the preview video from before, just I have the walls built up, I have the jungle over it, I have the level up item, the little thingy over there complete, Biggs house is complete, everything is complete. And as you may have noticed, this gigantic bridge in the background, because I have rebuilt a bridge that will eventually lead to Eggman's tower that's way over here, and it's also a lot taller than expected, even but for me. Like, this took a while, let's put it that way. Now, at the moment I'm going with the octagon shape again, after looking at the tower in game. It is kind of round, but it's kind of octagonal. I'm not exactly sure. I might make it more circular by the time it's all said and done. But at the moment, here it is so far. And remember, the Mystic Ruins, I know it's not floating up in the air, but part of the reason I did this was so that the tower could be this massive, because the bridge would be up in the air, kind of like in the game. And eventually there'll be more like surroundings down there. There's actually like a village trying to spawn off to the side there. So that's part of the reason why this is up in the air to begin with, is so that this bridge and tower could be nice and tall and over stuff. But yeah, this is what I have finally completed. I've started building the underside too, so eventually it'll be a bit more rounded and stuff, and I'll get to work in terms of this. The next thing to come will be eventually Knuckles' Way to Lost World, and then followed by Sonic's, which has a little entrance right in there so far. Eventually I'll start building the tunnel so I can get back to the train station area, and eventually build, you know, like the Master Emerald Shrine and all that. That's probably gonna take a while, because I mean the tower is just getting started right now. But I did blow through this in one day, faster than I thought I would. So yeah, this is what the Mystic Ruins area I've rebuilt now looks like at the moment. And if you watched this far, thank you for watching. There'll be more to come at another point in time.